Story. Once upon a time, there was this insurance giant, and it took them 4 full days to process one simple claim. Can you believe that? They were just drowning in drudge work, with their team spending like 60% of their time on boring, repetitious tasks. Okay, level up, study buddy. Let's build a new way to work.
Okay, let's just dive right into this, because this is wild. On the left, you see the old way, that painful 4-day slog to get a simple claim approved. But then look at the right. That is the agentic way. By switching over to a multi-agent AI system, they took that process and just crushed it down to 2 hours. That's an insane 80% reduction. You know, this isn't just a small improvement, it's a total game changer. But how do you actually get there? Because for most people, the AI journey hits a really serious roadblock.
And yeah, that roadblock, it actually has a name. Pilot Purgatory. It's that super frustrating phase where your company is, experimenting with AI, but you're not seeing any real tangible impact. Sound familiar at all?
So here's the crucial point. Pilot Purgatory is what happens when you're using AI like it's a glorified suggestion box. You've got a chatbot, it gives you some answers, but you still have to do all the work. You're tinkering around the edges, but you're not really transforming anything. And if you feel this way, you are definitely not alone.
Get this. A massive 80% of companies say they see no real bottom-line impact from their first attempts with AI. They're totally stuck in the manual era, spending thousands of hours on workflows that could be automated. This isn't just some small problem. It's a huge bottleneck holding businesses back. But what if AI could do more than just suggest? What if it could actually act?
This is where we make the leap. It's trying to stop thinking about AI as just some single tool and start seeing it as your new digital crew. A whole team of specialized agents, all designed to work together and just get stuff done. Now, what's really interesting here is the fundamental difference. I mean, it's night and day. A chatbot suggests. It finds some information, presents it to you, and then it just waits for you to take the next step. An agent, on the other hand, acts. You give it a goal, and it goes off and executes the entire workflow on its own. It doesn't wait for you, it works for you. And this is a perfect illustration of how that crew works together. So imagine you need to process an expense report. First, a planner agent gets the goal. Then, an auditor agent checks it against company policy. Just like how Ramp uses its finance agent to autonomously audit expenses. If everything looks good, a payout agent executes the payment. Boom, no manual review, no delays. The same thing applies to IT, where you can move from just firefighting problems to proactively preventing them from ever happening. It's a full team effort handled completely by your digital crew.
So how does all this change your role? Well, this whole shift requires a new mindset. You're no longer the doer who's stuck down in the weeds of every single task. You become the agent boss, a strategic manager who defines the goals and then oversees a super powerful digital workforce.
And the payoff for becoming an agent boss is, well, it's enormous. We're talking about a 40 to 70% savings in operational hours. Just think about that for a second. What could your team achieve with all that time back? More innovation, more strategy, more of the work that actually matters.
And these aren't just, vanity metrics. This stuff translates directly to the bottom line. You're looking at measurable growth in profitability, a 5.4% increase in EBITDA, while at the same time just crushing manual effort by up to 80%. This is how you escape Pilot Purgatory and start seeing a real, tangible impact. But to truly master this, you have to adopt the core philosophy behind it all.
And that philosophy is actually pretty simple. Set it, forget it. This is the guiding principle of every great agent boss. It's all about empowering your digital crew to work for you, not just with you. And I have the perfect analogy that's going to make this whole concept just click.
Think about it. A traditional chatbot is like a manual push mower. Yeah, sure, it's better than using scissors, but you still have to be out there pushing it, doing all the work. Agentic AI, though, that is the robotic mower. You define the lawn, you set the boundaries, you press start, and then you walk away. The work gets done perfectly, autonomously, while you focus on something way more important. That right there is the power of true automation.
All right, now it's your turn. Let's put this into practice. Open up Notebook LM, and I want you to ask it this exact question. Identify one repetitive workflow in my company or my personal life, something like weekly reporting or booking travel, where a multi-agent system could save me at least 5 hours a week. Go ahead, map out your first agentic workflow. It's time to become the agent boss of your own productivity. And that's it. That's how you start your journey to becoming an agent boss. If you want to master this agentic revolution, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Study Buddy with Notebook LM. Until next time, stay agentic.